Welcome back to the Eternal Ruins, an endless labyrinth of ancient mysteries. In my recent wanderings, I have been exploring an area I am calling the Flooded Ruins. These are the large sections of this boundless structure that are submerged in water. In this entry, I will be telling two tales of wanderers I have encountered in these sunken depths. It was during one of my first dives that I discovered the Bubble Shrine. I surfaced expecting a room, but remained surrounded by water. I was confused that I could still breathe before I realized that I was inside a large bubble. Clambering up broken stones, I found myself face to face with a timid wanderer. Her short hair and uncertain manner marked her as newly awakened. She wore clothing crafted from seaweed and shells. Her name was Omiya, and we were inside the shrine of Old Amona, a spirit whose power kept the water at bay. Omiya's first memory was of a gasp of air and then water filling her nose and mouth. She struggled free from the stone statue that clung to her and kicked frantically. She thrashed until her lungs burned. Just as the darkness closed in, she glimpsed a light above and gave one final kick. Then, nothing. When she next awoke, fish were drifting lazily beyond the bubble's barrier, and the shrine was solid beneath her. Omiya now serves as the sole spirit warden of Old Amona. Each day, she explores the flooded ruins in search of offerings. I have never laid eyes on a spirit as weak as Old Amona. Her form already begins to fade, and the last of her strength goes into holding back the water. I didn't believe that Omiya could stay here much longer, but she had never known anything beyond the shrine. I am the first other wanderer she had met, and my stories seemed to trouble her more than they stirred her curiosity. I offered to take her with me, but she refused. She said she would stay with Old Amona to the last, until the bubble finally gave way to the crushing depths. I was sitting on the edge of a flooded chamber, pondering how I would get to the other side, when I saw something drifting across the water. A figure waved. Shocked, I returned the wave, and they paddled over. The vessel was a large bowl of woven wood, and the wanderer inside was named Revo. He offered to take me across the water, asking for nothing in return. I nearly toppled the vessel as I stepped in, and that made him laugh. He quickly steadied the boat with his oar, and then pushed us away from the ledge. In truth, I had never seen such a vessel until this moment. Revo told me his story, how he used to wander the ruins as I did, until something happened to him. He wouldn't say what. After that, he let the water guide his path. He was inspired to build the craft after watching a graceful spirit skim along the water's surface. It took him many attempts and a great deal of patience, but he did it. Silence fell as we drifted along the water, and after a while, he asked if I was hungry. Before I could say anything, he flipped his oar to show me a great toothed spear. He stood on the edge of the vessel, narrowing his eyes at the water. Then he dove. For a moment, I was completely alone. The walls of the vast hall were far beyond reach. And then Revo splashed to the surface, shouting and laughing as he wrestled a fish as big as he was onto the craft. When we reached the far side, we made a fire on the stairs and smoked the fish until it was soft and flaky. Revo barely let his feet touch the stone, and he fidgeted the whole time we ate. I asked him what he would do next, and the question seemed to baffle him. We parted ways as he untied his knots and climbed back into his vessel. I stood and watched as he drifted away, becoming smaller and smaller until he passed from view. I like to imagine he's still bobbing along out there somewhere, open to wherever the ruins take him. That's all for this episode on the Wanderers of the Flooded Ruins. I really tried to pronounce water like a normal person, but I just couldn't manage it. I like this format of doing encounters with wanderers in the ruins, and I want to do it for the regular ruins now too. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to follow the channel and leave a comment and all that good stuff. You can also join our community on Discord if you want to discuss the video. I always try to answer questions. And if you want more Eternal Ruins content beyond the videos, you can join the Eternal Ruins Patreon. I share sketches and details on my art process there if you want to know how these things come together. It's also a good way to follow the project even when I don't have time to make videos for YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.